A vote was held today on the nomination of Senator Chuck Hagel to be the next Secretary of Defense. Though it was 58 votes for him to be confirmed, 40 against, which means that Senator Chuck Hagel is now not the Secretary of Defense. That was a failing vote. Now, you might be asking with me how 58 for and 40 against constitute a failing vote. Well, it wasn't actually a straight up or down vote on whether or not Senator Hagel should be the Secretary of Defense. It was a vote to end debate, or a vote on cloitre, to end the filibuster, depending on who you talk to. Republicans, some, have expressed some concerns about this nomination. They've had questions about some things that Senator Hagel has said on Israel and other issues. There's also been some questions about some speeches he gave. But the biggest sticking point appears to be the biggest tipping point to not confirming Senator Chuck Hagel to be the new Defense Department Secretary is about things that Senator Chuck Hagel has nothing to do with, never was involved with, and that is Benghazi. Senator Graham, who earlier this month stated that he would be hard-pressed to filibuster a nomination, that it would be an extraordinary thing. Senator McCain said something similar. The idea is a president should have some flexibility to pick whom he wants to be his defense secretary or secretary of state or whatever, within guidelines, and the Senate has that ability to advise and consent. Now, Senator Graham and Senator McCain have voiced concerns that they're just not getting the questions answered that they want about Benghazi. Let's look at that for a minute. There have been, I think, approximately 35 hearings of different people in the administration in regards to Benghazi, from Secretary Clinton and Panetta all the way down the line to a number of people along the way. There have been questions asked and answered. Now we have more questions. When did President Obama go to bed? Did he call someone in Libya to get more help? Did he speak to the Secretary of Defense? How engaged was he in this process? And they did get some answers back. But they keep saying after every single hearing, we're not getting the answers that we need, which should be interpreted, we're not getting the answers we want. And I'm going to say well, first of all, that's part of the problem. We're not getting the answers we want, not necessarily the answers. They've been given answers. They don't agree with them. They don't like them. They don't think they're fully explaining them. Not that they have evidence that shows you're lying, tell me the truth, but this is what we think happened. This is how we want to frame it, and therefore you're not telling us that we're right. But the other thing is, we talked on the show that they had this huge hearing with Secretary Clinton, and it was more like 3-minute speeches by people who opposed her, maybe asking a question, but throwing out a bunch of political rhetoric, and by people who supported her, fawning over her like she was up for election for president tomorrow. There weren't any real answers because there weren't any real questions. Yes, I do have a couple questions that I'd like answered. But you've had 35 shots at this. How many times do you need to shoot at it and not get the answers you want? And then you keep changing the questions. But fundamentally, what does that have to do with the Department of Defense having a secretary in place because Secretary Panetta is leaving? Vote up or down on Senator Hagel. And this whole filibuster. Oh, that's the other thing. Well, this isn't a filibuster. We're not filibustering it. We're just voting about it. We're just talking about it. There's more questions. And then, it's going too fast. Lamar Alexander said, I had 87 days I had to be talking about. 87 days? It's not like Chuck Hagel came out of the darkness of obscurity and came to the front of these people, and they didn't have any knowledge of what this man has said, done, written about. Go on. How much time do you need? Well, apparently you need time to take a week off because there's still questions, and we can talk about this when we get back from our break, which gives them 1 week off. And the funny thing is, this non-filibuster, oh yeah, we get back, the questions, we can have a straight up and down vote. Why do we have to wait? This is politics at its worst. And folks, I would urge you to call your senator, your representative, well, your senator right now, and say, stop playing games, get this done. There are some people who are going to vote no against it because they disagree with his policies in the past on Iran or Israel. But there are Republicans now who are going to vote for the confirmation of Chuck Hagel to be Secretary of Defense. They're going to do it. They're just playing games right now. This needs to stop. All right, folks. You can hear us on Mondays, 1 to 2 p.m. on Spin FM 103.3 in Greenville, Greer, and Spartanburg. Or you can go to canigetawordin.com and see videos, podcasts, all these different things. Or you can go to iTunes and subscribe to our iTunes channel, Another Voice with Eric and Jason. Monday's show, we'll be talking about the State of the Union address and the responses by Marco Rubio and Rand Paul. So we got something good to look forward to. And if you're out and about in the Greenville area looking for lunch or dinner, go by Little Pigs at Hudson Corner, 2428 Hudson Road in Greer. Fantastic barbecue. I'm telling you, it's great. Good amount of sides, and I think the best sweet tea in Greenville. 2428 Hudson Road. Tell them that you heard about them on Another Voice with Jason and Eric, and you'll get a free drink. All right, until next time, have a great evening.